Hey Virgo, this is Leah with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your February 2024 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to hear, for you to know, expect, and be prepared for. Okay? So in February 2024, we're coming in with the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands. A lot of my signs are coming in with nines and fives, okay? So, the first thing I'll let you know, Virgo, is you can't take everybody with you. Okay. Not everybody can see your vision. Not everybody can feel what it is that you feel when you talk about things, when you try to describe what it is on the other side of hard work and perseverance and patience and things of that nature when you're going towards your goal. You can't bring everybody with you and you can't convince everybody. This is not an indication for you to stop going after what it is that you want. Other people's opinions, not your fact. Okay? They're simply other people's opinions. Okay? When I look at the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Wands, it is an indication for me to go after my passions and desires, but also to change it up a bit. Okay, it is time for you to start switching up what it is that you do. If you are in routine, Virgo, and because you're a Virgo, I know that you have a routine, it is time to switch your routine up a bit. Right? Because it's simply a routine. You do not have a relationship with that routine. It just feels comfortable. You've fallen into a comfort zone and now it is time to move forward into something that makes you feel uncomfortable, something that challenges you, something that is going to get you into that feeling that you try to describe to other people. And maybe you've been describing something because you don't know exactly what that is. You're like, I just feel restless. Like, I want to do something new. I want to do something more to make me feel like X, Y, and Z. And like I said, you can't take everybody with you. Not everybody is going to understand that, right? They may be looking at you from the outside in saying, how could this person possibly want more when they have everything? They have the lifestyle, they have, the success, they have the determination, and they have the discipline in order to do this. Now, some may be saying, hey, you got it, go for it, I believe in you, right? But others are just like, what do you mean you want, you're not fulfilled, right? So my thing to you, Virgo, is you can't take everybody with you. Go after what it is that you want. Take your discipline with you, but you got to change the routine, right? If you want different, you got to do different. Okay. The high priestess comes in. She sits in between the Five of Cups and the Nine of Wands. I don't know why I want to call it the Nine of Swords so bad. Maybe the Nine of Swords is supposed to be out here somewhere, but it didn't show up today. Maybe next month, right? So the Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups, the High Priestess sits in between it. And it's like, well, how do I get to that thing? How do I explore more? How do I break my routine, right? And maybe, Virgo, for you, it is about learning. It is about, taking a class or two. Maybe you are a corporate Virgo, but you want to do improv. So you take an improv class. Maybe you want to play with, excitement, so you take a salsa class, or you want to play with a little bit more passion, a little bit more love, so you might go to speed dating events. It all depends on what it is that you are seeking. What are you craving? So you need to learn a little bit about it. You need to dive into it. So take the steps necessary to do it and be okay with doing it by yourself, right? Be okay with walking this line of life by yourself, right? Because as you continue to move along this path of what it is that you crave, you will naturally bring people in that crave the same thing, that feel what it is that you're feeling, that can point you in that direction or guide you towards somebody that can, right? So this is your time to really dive into learning more about what it is that you are craving in order to learn a little bit more about yourself. So far, all my signs that I've been reading for, they trying to learn more about themselves. I'm very proud of y'all, first of all, okay? So that's the high priestess. She is a major arcana. So this is something that is big for you. This is something that it might be out of the ordinary for you, but it is definitely something that needs to be learned in order for you to seamlessly go from one to the next. You have to learn what it feels like, right? So if you, and that's another great point. So if you want to go after something that you're craving, try to feel the craving. What does it feel like? And then go and take a class or have an experience that embodies that feeling, right? That embodies that craving. Okay? Because it may not be that one thing exactly, but you got a taste of it. Okay? So one thing, one step in front of the other is going to lead you to what it is that you're craving. Okay? The star card. Now, I've already said this, you got to do it alone. You got to do it by yourself, right? The star card not only talks about you being your number one player and you being the number one person in your life that you need to take care of, it also talks about vulnerability. Virgo. And this might be hard for some of my Virgos, but that's okay because we're changing a routine. We're changing the way we do things. And sometimes we're going to feel scared and actually show that we're scared. Sometimes we're going to feel sad and actually show that we're sad because we're changing the perspective. We're changing the routine, right? We're changing the things that we do in order to seek what it is that we're craving. So the star card talks about being able to do this on your own, but also being able to be vulnerable. This could be being vulnerable with yourself. This could be being vulnerable with other people. But learning and being vulnerable are two major things for you. Okay, learning what that craving feeling feels like and actually exploring it. And maybe the vulnerability behind that is the fact that you haven't done it before. So you dive into it not knowing, being fully and completely blind, right? And that's okay to do that because it helps you grow. Okay. The Queen of Cups comes out, the Queen of Coins comes out, and she talks about what's missing, right? I'm successful, I'm very good with money, but something is missing, okay? Now, you might be having that little voice in the back of your head saying, try this, try that. And you're like, no, that doesn't make sense. But if you go into that craving feeling, it makes complete sense. So go with the voice in the back of your head that is telling you that you need to switch it up, that you need to change things, try this thing, try that thing. Move with that voice because that voice is going to get you through to something that you are craving, okay, that you want. And you might see it. You might be looking at it. All of the faces on here with the high priestess, the star card, the queen of coins, they're all looking in the same direction. So it's not the fact that you don't know what it is that you're craving, like you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it being displayed. You definitely have. It's just I don't know the steps it takes to get there, right? So what I'm letting you know, Virgo, is at this point in time, the steps that it takes to get there, you've already seen them. You just gotta take it off in little bitty pieces, right? So like I said, take that class, take that salsa lesson, take that vacation that you've been wanting to take. Fly solo if you need to, because probably you're gonna have to. Okay, do whatever it is in small amounts so that you can feel what it is that you've been missing, so that you can start to nourish that craving and that hunger, right? And then it will lead you into the lifestyle that you've been looking at, and you're like, wow, I wonder how they got that. Or, and it's not tangible things. It's like a feeling, when you speak to a friend or a family member and they describe the feeling, you're like, wow, how did you even discover that? And it's time for you to discover, Virgo. I think that is going to be the best way to describe it. It is time for you to discover things about yourself, discover a new routine, and discover whatever it is that craving that you have been missing. Okay? Virgo, this has been your February 2024 reading. I hope that it fits for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next month.